I am on Facebook. Good to see some people already there. Let's refresh our feed over on YouTube. Everything. I think we got all the glitches and all that fun stuff taken care of. But if you have any cord cutting related questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. We will do our best to help you guys get your cord cutting questions answered. So, if you have any questions, I think I got it. Just got kind of a weird thing over on YouTube, but leave them down at the bottom on Facebook.com/CordCarsNews and YouTube.com/CordCarsNews. You can find our feeds there. You can find us on Twitter too, even though we're not streaming there. We'd love to have you become a follower on Twitter at CordCarsNews, or like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube, YouTube.com/CordCarsNews. Appreciate your support. We'll do our best to answer your questions today. James asks, do you know if DirecTV Now will get Fox Sports Go or AMC access? No. Those things cost money, and while DirecTV Now has been slowly rolling them out, we don't have any type of roadmap on when they would possibly be doing that. So for now, all I can tell you is they have successfully added support to about 5 new apps today. If you go to Cord Cars News, you look at the if you look at the story right there on the homepage about it, you'll see a ton there. No, I don't believe closed caption is an option for this. Any more news on DirecTV Now and Roku? Holly Solly, no news on DirecTV Now coming to Roku. There has been just no update on that at all. So I'm trying to find myself over on YouTube, and it's just giving me all kinds of trouble today. Got 503 errors come from YouTube. Anybody having YouTube issues today? It says the stream is offline. Let me try to launch the YouTube stream one more time. I think YouTube is having issues today. It says I'm live. Starting the stream. Okay. Let's keep the questions coming. I do apologize about that. James, you asked about the Fox Sports Go and the AMC, but he stepped out. Okay. There's no word on if DirecTV Now is adding additional sports specifically for those AMC and Fox Sports Go. It costs them money to have these, so for now, it seems that if it shows up, it shows up, but they're not advertising it at all about when it would come. Am I on YouTube? So yeah, sorry. I hope that answers your question. They have added about 5 new channels to their service, but they didn't advertise when they were coming out, and they just kind of appeared. So go to Cord Cars News. You can find a post about the fact that they've recently added 5 new ones. All right, keep the questions coming. I got no idea what is happening with YouTube, but we'll just do it on Cord Cars on Facebook today if we have to. So questions, comments, let me know. If you enjoy these and you want to support Cord Cars News, other hand, right hand over here, patreon.com/CordCarsNews. If you enjoy these, you enjoy what we do, maybe consider donating $1. We would really appreciate it. It goes a long ways to help keeping Cord Cars News running. So keep the questions coming. Kind of a slow day for questions, but a busy day in the news. A couple of things. Seems like DirecTV Now is having a lot of budgetary issues. Some people are being charged $200 some, or at least being told they are being billed $200 some for DirecTV Now for a single month. Other people are being told that they got a free month of DirecTV Now. So it seems like DirecTV is having some billing issues. And so may want to check your credit card statement, debit card statement, depending on where you pay for it. That DirecTV Now, you really want to make sure that they are billing you correctly at this moment. More importantly, though, if you are somebody who is on the $35 promo rate where you get 100 channels for that, make sure to always keep your payment up to date. If you miss a payment, even by a day, you will lose the $35 a day discount. Somebody asked about MediaCube. That looks like it's just nothing but piracy. So I don't know what to tell you on that. But it looks like MediaCube is just piracy. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not broadcasting on YouTube. Let me try one last time to launch that. It keeps saying it's starting on my end, and I got good health, but it doesn't want to start the transmission on YouTube. Click here. Yeah, I just cannot get live on YouTube. I cannot explain it, but I'm not live on YouTube. So, well, that's it. I'm done with that, trying to help. Now let's move forward on Facebook and help people on Facebook. Sorry to everybody on YouTube. I don't know why that's not working. Lori asks, an update on Hulu Live. Well, Hulu next week is launching 24/7 tech support with the rumor that they are going to be doing that for the live TV service. So I would expect sometime this month, maybe. It's all guessing though, but it seems like Hulu is ramping up pretty hard, pretty quick for Hulu Live. Bill, you said NBC's not working on DirecTV now. Can you explain on that comment? I'm not sure. Glenn asked, will Sling TV ever broadcast in Dolby Digital? Maybe you can ask them. I'm sure right now it seems like they're trying to keep the data low on the YouTube and Sling TV and all that. Audio is one of the ways to play for that. Offering stereo instead of surround sound or Dolby helps them keep the bandwidth and offer better streaming. So I'm assuming as streaming improves, they'll probably get into more things around sound. Bill, they've never said they would support the NBC app, from my understanding, or did I miss that? Is that what you're talking about? You can't log in? Oh, I know what you're talking about, Bill. Okay. I apologize. The issue there is NBC's only gave DirecTV Now permission for phones and tablets. They don't have permission for streaming players like the Apple TV and Roku and so forth. So no, you cannot log in with your DirecTV Now password into the Roku version, but you can on the Apple TV or on the iPhone and Android version. So yeah, it's a right issue there. Any news with View? We love it so far. Started last fall. All right. Well, I'm happy to hear you love View. No real news there. They're not exactly the greatest about news either. I often have to track them down to try to get them to tell me so I can tell you. But the last I heard, they added a bunch of locals. They added recently a NBC Boston station, a bunch of CBS's. So for now, it's what it is. So fingers crossed that they continue to add more channels, but no other news at the time. Ken, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. And while we wait for some more questions, if you like what we do, you really want to support us, consider donating $1. It really goes a long ways. Cord Cutters News costs money. We would like to hire some more people to come on to Cord Cutters News, do some more writing, help grow the site more, offer some more social media help. So if you enjoy it, patreon.com/CordCuttersNews. You can donate $1 through PayPal there, or credit card, debit card, whatever. If you enjoy it but don't want to donate, hey, that's good too. We're 100% free. We'll always be free. But keep those questions coming. I apologize. I see some people asking about YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, for some reason, I just cannot start transmitting on it. I'll have to play around with that another time. Bill, you're talking about DirecTV Now is listed as provider in the NBC app. What app are you looking at that you can't log in? I'm assuming it's one of the streaming players because they don't have rights for those streaming player apps and it won't work on those. Larry, yeah, you got the PlayStation View, so you like it? PlayStation View, if you missed the news this week, and they launched a multi-stream of PlayStation View. You can stream up to 3 devices or streams on the PlayStation 4. Currently only supported on the PlayStation 4, but allows you to watch simultaneous 3 different streams, which will be great for sports fans out there. Downside's only on the PlayStation 4, unfortunately. Any tips or how's the lagging? Any issues with sound there, Larry, with you testing it? I don't own a PlayStation 4, so I haven't been able to test that out yet. Kenneth, thank you for your support. Really appreciate the kind words. Chat said, and link is there. Bill, what device? I don't understand your question. What device are you not able to log into? What's the physical device? Is it the Apple 4, the Roku? What are you not able to get in on? Lori, you said you have PlayStation View on the Fire TV. Do you mean you have the 3 streams, or you just have PlayStation View on the Fire TV? It'd be cool if you were able to get the multi-chat. Well, I got a question on YouTube. Have you heard anything new about channels soon to be added to Sling TV? No. Sorry, they have not said anything about new channels being added, other than the Comcast Sports ones, which are expected to be added in the next few weeks. They promise that those will be added before the start of Major League Baseball. So Comcast Sports regional sports networks are being added to Sling before the start of DirecTV Now. Bill, I believe DirecTV or the DirecTV Now will allow you to log into the NBC app on like your Android or your iOS phone, but not streaming players. No, Christian, no new news on YouTube Live. Last we heard, it'll probably be 2 to 3 months before we get anything new. So fingers crossed. Larry says, so far none of the real estate could be bigger, but complain much. Larry, I'm not fully understanding your question. Give me a little bit more details. All right. All right, yeah, if you're on YouTube, I got a bunch of people posting, why isn't it working? Yeah, I apologize. It's just not working. I don't know why. I'm trying to direct people over here. Have you heard anything about Apple streaming TV service? That is dead as a doornail. Apple's live TV streaming service is just not going to happen. Multiple reports have stated that Apple has thrown in the towel, and they will not be continuing efforts there. They are now working, though, on original content. Right now, as part of their live music package or streaming service, Apple Music, where they'll be adding some music-related original shows, some talk shows, some documentaries, that kind of stuff. There's rumors that they're going to get into more of like a Netflix type deal, or maybe like Vudu did, where they also offer on top of iTunes, you can subscribe to get like a Netflix-esque content, and they're going to add their premium content there. But from my understanding, that has not come out yet. Harem asks, is Root Sports Houston streamed on anything? Can somebody help me? Is anybody in the greater Houston area that knows if Root Sports is on there? I believe, isn't it DirecTV Now offers some Root Sports, ROOT? Somebody help me with that. I am unsure of what streaming service will be offering Root Sports in Houston area. Larry, the PlayStation View is working okay so far. The real estate could be bigger. March Madness will be enjoyed this year this way. All right, well, great to hear, Larry, that you're going to try out PlayStation View for March Madness. I believe your PlayStation View login will also work for the March Madness app. So try that out. There's a Roku. It's pretty much on every streaming device and mobile device. So try that out. March Madness is what it's called. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please follow us on Twitter at CourtCarsNews and YouTube.com/CourtCarsNews. We appreciate your support. Bill, DirecTV Now has not said anything about any special for March Madness. Sling TV's offering is basically making all the March Madness channels available in their base package. Of course, CBS is going to need it in 10.4. PlayStation View is offering the 3 streams at once deal for March Madness on the PlayStation 4, unfortunately, only right now. But I have not heard anything about the streaming DirecTV Now for March Madness. RV says, I got a free month of DirecTV Now and also HBO for a year. RV, are you talking about that? There seems to be a lot of people are reporting that DirecTV Now didn't actually charge their credit card for this month. Even it just rolled over on the website as it's now due in April. Is that what you're talking about? But yes, you are right that HBO, everybody that has the I think the $40 or higher plan, or maybe it's the $50 or higher plan, will get a free year of HBO. Everyone else gets a free 6 months of HBO through DirecTV Now. If you were a subscriber, new subscribers are not eligible for this deal, unfortunately. So hopefully that clears a lot of that up. But it's kind of a interesting omission there that they're like, I guess they're trying to keep people. They're worried that people are going to leave. Is that why they're offering all these great deals to their members all of a second to say, please stay with us, don't leave? So, Brett, so you also did not get charged for this month of DirecTV Now. Is that correct? I'm hearing a lot of people are telling me that they just didn't get billed this month. Hey, Lori, how were you able to access the multi-view on your Fire TV, second generation? I'd love to hear that, because from my understanding, it was only going to be available on the PlayStation 4. So, love to hear your thing. I'll dig into it and see about doing maybe a little bit of a test there. Will Xfinity ever have wireless receivers? Michael, can you explain what exactly want the wireless receivers to do? Are you talking about the internet service? Are you talking about 5G, or what exactly are you talking about there? Brandon says, I wonder if they are going to stop charging me or my credit card as I already signed up for HBO. Yes, if you have DirecTV Now, you had it before the 6th of March, 2017, you're going to get a free year. They're just not going to charge you for it now. If you didn't, even if you didn't subscribe to it, you're going to get a free year, assuming you have one of the middle packages and up. Do you know of any cool apps coming to the Apple TV? Not necessarily right now. With the Apple TV, I haven't heard of anything interesting that's not already on it at this moment. Any word on when Hulu releases their live TV? Just canceled DirecTV Now and Sling trial is ending. Not sure I want to do from here. Tim, no news on that. I'm not even sure that Hulu knows exactly when they plan to launch that service. As best I can tell, anytime it'll be out there, be out anytime soon. Fingers crossed. Michael, okay, I understand the question. So you pay for DirecTV Now, or Comcast TV, excuse me, and you want to receive it without having to run wires through your house, wireless that way. They do have a Roku app. You do have to pay a monthly fee on top of your cable TV bill to use it, but it will allow you to connect to TVs without having to run wires to those TVs. And Bill, yes, you are correct. DirecTV's now free year of HBO does include access to HBO Go, so you can log in there that way. All right, so I think we have most of the questions. Keep them coming. Any news on any other networks coming to PlayStation Vue? No. Sony's really bad. I mean, I really have to chase after them to try to get them to tell me anything. And it's also very frustrating because it's like, I want to help you. When I report on your service, it helps promote it to my readers. But they're rather close-lipped on what Sony does with PlayStation Vue. Do you know when the DVR functionality for Sling TV will come to the Apple TV? No. They have announced that it will come to the Android TV and the Fire TV first. At some point later, it will come to the Apple TV. Comet TV, I believe they do have a Apple TV and a Roku app. I think the one they don't have is a app for the Fire TV. But Apple and Roku, for sure Roku, have apps there. And it's free stream of what you would get streamed over the air, as long as you're within the continental United States. When is Boomerang starting their service and their app? Yes, so Boomerang announced today, well, really yesterday, I posted about it today, that they're doing a classic cartoon show streaming service, kind of like Netflix, starting $4.99, or you can prepay for a year at $35. You can get access to all the Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera, the list goes on and on, Warner Brothers cartoons, all the classics available through that service. Right now, they're just having you sign up to tell them that you're interested with your email on boomerang.com, and they'll email you when it's available, but no date on when it's going to launch. Thanks, Michael. Really appreciate your support. Court Cars News is a lot of work, and just hearing the kind words from everybody, that makes it all worth it. If you want to support Core Cars News and you don't want to donate, you can always donate patreon.com/Core Cars News. $1 a month goes a long ways. But hey, just randomly hit like, not just on this video. Everybody does it like they're going to hit like on this video or heart it or whatever. Just on random core cutting news stories you see around Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube and so forth. When you hit those thumbs up or the like buttons, it really does help a lot, because there's a whole algorithm on Facebook that says how many people see it versus how many people click on it, how many people like it. The more people like a story, the more people see the story. So if you want to help Core Cars News and you don't want to donate, that's a way to help Core Cars News. Just hit like. So I think I've answered all the questions. If I have not answered your question, re-ask it. Kind of a slow day with YouTube being down. I really hate that it's down, but it is. Is it true that there might be an Amazon Live TV service? Yes, that is the rumor. Many people have reported that Amazon is in talks for a live TV streaming service. I reported on that over the weekend. More recently, the rumor is this, that they may not actually do live TV like Sling, but they may do more of a subscription-based sports deals where they, like through the channels where you can subscribe to HBO, Showtime, you can subscribe to a Pac-12 basketball league or a WWE and so forth and get more sports in there. Do you plan on watching Survivor tonight? You know, it's been a while since I watched Survivor. So I don't know if I'm going to watch it this year. I've been awfully busy lately. Been having DirecTV Now crash on the Fire TV stick a lot. Anthony, try uninstalling and reinstalling the DirecTV app on your Fire TV. That seems to be helping a lot of people. Clearing the cache also seems to help a lot of people with the Fire TV stick crashes. DirecTV Now is still having issues, but they're getting there slowly. Hey, I am live on YouTube. So, hey, we're back. Welcome, everybody. I have no idea why or what happened there, but hey, we're there. So if you have a question on YouTube, post it, and I'll do my best to answer it. So, all right. Hey, sorry about the distraction. Is the live stream for Fox News Channel legal on YouTube? No. They keep shutting them down, and somebody else puts them up. It's kind of a whack-a-mole game. They got to notice it first, then take it down, and then whoever's doing it keeps putting them back up under different accounts. Sometimes lasts a day, sometimes a week. It really seems to vary. I think YouTube would be better about shutting down that stuff. There's not that many live streams on there. Lower resolution. DirecTV Now, Roku, anytime this month. They've promised it by the end of the month. DirecTV Now will be on Roku. So we're going to have to wait and see when that happens. Has anyone used 4G and QRL? Just wondering what it's like. Deb, I've never even heard of that. I apologize. I'm not sure what that is. What do you need to run Sling TV? Well, anything really can run it. Your computer, Windows computers, Macs, I believe, also supported. Android, iOS devices, tablets, phones. Roku, Android TV, Fire TVs, Apple TVs. I think Sling TV is on the most devices on the market right now. So really anything, you just go over the website sling.com, sign up, download the app for whatever device you use, and start streaming. They do offer a 7-day free trial, Stacy. Give that a try. That'll allow you to decide if this service is a good fit for you. Kathy, I hear that, Sling is better than PlayStation Vue. DirecTV Now is better. No, Sony's PlayStation Vue is better. It really comes down to who has what channels you want. It's really different fits for everybody. Some people travel more, and having Sling's access anywhere is better. If you're a Pac-12 fan, the only place to get the Pac-12 network is on Sling right now. The list goes on and on. If you're a Big Ten fan, the Sling TV is not the right service for you. So really, it's on almost everything, and that's a plus for it, but I can definitely see why people like other ones. Is Roku the most popular set of devices? Asked Deb on YouTube. Yes, Roku is on more devices, or in more American homes than any other streaming device out there in the market. Roku owns about 50% of all streaming players sold last year, and get this, 13% of all smart TVs sold in 2016 were Roku smart TVs. So Roku's really doing a good job, dominating the market, to be honest with you. They really are. By far, they are the largest ones. When we ran our most recent survey of our readers, like 60% of our readers, 60%, if I said that clearly, I think, use Rokus. So pretty popular. What do you think about the service Movie Box? You know, it's just another piracy box, just another place that wants you to pay for piracy. You know, Kevin, yeah, I don't know why Comet didn't come to the Fire TV. That's kind of weird. I understand why they came to Roku first, because Roku has the great ad platform, and they need ad revenue to support the free streaming service. Apple TV also has a pretty decent one now with Facebook ads now being on the Apple TV. Why not on the Fire TV? I don't know. It may have something to do with them not thinking they can monetize it properly. Mitchell, you know, all streaming services, I don't understand the thing about the commercials on Roku. It really depends on what service you have. And I find that the services, you know, if one has ads, there are ads on all of them. So can you explain that comment a little bit more? I may be able to help you. You know, Bill, there is some truth maybe that DirecTV Now has delayed deliberately the Roku app to prevent more stress. With Roku being the largest subset of users out there, they may be worried if they open it up to Roku users right now, it may swamp their system again and bring it all down. Brett says, I paid for and used PlayStation View, but the loss of Viacom channels really made me switch. DirecTV Now has glitches, but it's simple. Sling I've tried and paid and it's tempting to go back to. Yeah, you know, it really depends on what you want, Brett. I think they all have something for everybody, and I think they all do a good job trying to reach out to each other. Rusty asks, are the Roku TVs any good? Yes, I have 2 Roku TVs. I'm a big fan of the TCL brand and on Roku, and they really do a good job of making TVs. I got the 4K 55-inch TV, and I have a 40-inch just HD TV, and both of them I've been very, very pleased with. So check that out. If you want a Roku TV, I would recommend it. The customer service is excellent. The price can't be beat. They have if you want a more high-end, you're somebody who really wants a high-end HDR and all that, soon, in the next few months, they're going to launch the C series, which is from TCL. It brings Dolby 4K HDR vision, beautiful picture, more contemporary design, high-end TV with the big speakers on the front of the TV instead of the bottom of the TV for better sound. Very impressed with it. So check that out. DirecTV Now has given subscribers a free year of HBO. I think it's to aid in retention after 3 months prepaid. I think you're right. I think DirecTV Now has been losing a lot of subscribers. Excuse me. And they are trying to get people. But I think it's caused some issues because there's been a lot of billing issues. Some people are reporting they were not billed this month. Other people are reporting they're seeing $200+ bills from DirecTV Now. So I'm not sure what's happening there. If you have DirecTV Now, check your credit card statement, check your account statement. You may see something kind of weird going on over there. Any update on Hulu TV? Nope, nothing new there. I expect it sometime in the next month or two. I think they're getting close, but that's all circumstantial. They are launching a new 24-hour call center, so you can be able to call Hulu now 24/7 and get phone support. And may point that as an indicator they are getting close to launching the streaming service. So check it out, and hopefully that helps answer your question. A lot of people have just joined us since the YouTube's going. 2 things. First of all, if you like what we do and you want to support Core Cars News, consider donating $1. Patreon.com/CoreCarsNews. Donate $1. It really helps a lot. It may not seem like a lot, but $1 with all of our followers will really add up. And I would like to hire somebody so we can do even more cord cutting support and news and coverage and so forth. But if you don't want to donate, don't worry, we're always free. Consider hitting a like on some of our Facebook posts every now and then. Just randomly hit like, not just on this video, but on regular stories. It really does help us. How many people are going to be able to watch the Hulu streaming service at the same time? You know, Tony, I'm not sure. They haven't really said. I think some of that would depend on the beta. But when I asked them that question, what they told me was, we want it to be so that won't ever be an issue, that you'll be able to watch it without having to worry about the number of streams. But I think he was kind of talking about a combination of the fact that you'll be able to watch stuff on demand through Hulu on demand, Hulu's content, and live streams. So I'm not really sure what to make of that statement right now. We'll have to wait and see. I know you mentioned 5G wireless for being a solution to rural broadband. My friend is trying to get better internet besides having to suffer with satellite. What do you think about unlimited data plans from Verizon and others that have recently launched it? You know, like you said right there, The price is not always competitive, and after you hit about 22 to 30 gigs a month, they do reserve the right to yank you down to 3G speeds or slower, which can severely hinder your ability to stream. They also only give you 10 gigabytes tethered if you want to like connect your Roku to your phone through Wi-Fi. So the downside of that is you are going to struggle a lot to get streaming. You can quickly burn through 22 gigs and 10 gigs. So I don't think it's there. 5G is what you're going to have to really wait for. Now, if you're happy watching it on your tablet or on your phone, it may not be a bad way to go. What do you think of USA Today's saying core crime may cost as much as cable? Anthony, I'm going to have a full rebuttal to that. I don't know if people saw it, but I posted it briefly on our Facebook page and others. Actually, I emailed him asking for comment on that story for my rebuttal. And he said, hey, let's jump on Facebook Live and let's debate this. So I went on USA Today's Facebook page today and did a 15-minute back and forth. I only had about 5 minutes warning this was going to happen, so I wasn't quite as prepared as I want, but I think we did pretty well standing up for ourselves as cord cutters. And I think he kind of agreed in the end that we were onto something there. But yeah, I think it's kind of two things. I think it's weird that so many news sites are suddenly writing articles about how cord cutting costs as much or more than cable. I think that's kind of bizarre. Two, his article clearly wasn't researched. When I talked to him, he said, hey, I pay $200 a month for my bundle. I was like, you pay $200 a month and you're complaining that you may pay $90 with internet and streaming services? Let's talk about this for a minute. But I'm going to have a full breakdown of my point-by-point rebuttal to his case that cord cutting costs as much or more than cable. Because the truth is it doesn't. So check the site tomorrow morning for that breakdown. How can we contact you about a job at Cord Cutters News? Well, I'm not hiring right now, but if you do want to get an application on, go to Cord Cutters News and hit contact. Send us an email. Contact us, cordcuttersnews.com. It's right at the top. But you want to help us hire somebody, go to patreon.com/cordcuttersnews. Donate $1 a month, and we'll do our best to help you. Brian, sometimes it does feel that way. I don't think USA Today's was. They don't really have the connection. But some of these news organizations, one actually contacted me asking if I would help them write a story about the hidden costs of cord cutting and how it costs more than cable. And I said, really? And I looked up this organization I had never heard of. And they were majority backed by cable companies, basically. Mostly Canadian ones. But there were a lot of cable companies out there that, frankly, they less than ethical, I would say. So let me replug back in my internet. I'm not having good luck today with my internet services. All right, I, with my foot, accidentally unplugged the monitor that allowed me to see your questions. What a day. You ever just have one of those days where you just feel like you're running? I was on that Facebook Live thing. I had some phone calls, some work events. The list goes on. And I just feel like I got behind. Yeah, Robert says I was paying $181 to DirecTV just for the TV. Now he's paying $69. That was Robert. Brian says he's saving $65 a month. I save about $110 a month on average. According to the Wall Street Journal, on average, you will save over $100 a month by being a cord cutter. So, anybody else, how much are you saving with your cord cutting experience? And yeah, sorry about being a little out of it today. Got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Go finally see a doctor about this cold I've had since, I think, CES back in January. I think I got a little sinus infection. We'll see. Must be affecting my brain. Okay. Haha. Can we, all right. I have not answered your question. Re-ask it. We got a little bit of time left. Kind of a slow week, a little bit of news, but at the same time, kind of a busy week. Free HBO for up to a year if you're a DirecTV Now subscriber. You got all kinds of news and rumors and everything. So if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, Brett says, I cannot compare to having to pay for cable to DirecTV Now $35 deal. Amazon Prime for a year, Netflix, all that's a great deal. I think some of it too, and like I told the author of that USA Today story, he was saying, well, I paid $200 for cable, plus he subscribed to Netflix, Amazon, and CBS All Access. I'm like, you're halfway to being cord cutter. You drop that, all you have to do is really add Hulu, and you're set. So, Kevin on YouTube says he's probably saving about $50 a month. Yeah, a different Brian says he was paying $289. Wow, $289 a month. Now paying $75. That's crazy. $289. I can't believe that. That's high. I mean, I think I've heard a couple people over $300, but wow. Yep, lots of new apps. We got full breakdown of all the new apps on DirecTV Now. Yeah, free month of HBO, a free month and for life. So you're getting a free month too. So you looked at your account and you ended up not getting billed also. You're about I think the 50th or 60th person to tell me that they didn't get charged this month for DirecTV Now. Rusty says they're saving $140 a month. Wow. Deb says they're saving about $130 a month. So lots of people saving money. Yeah, Robert, Funimation, if you're a anime fan, it's great. I mean, that's the thing about cord cutting. It's the long tail. And I try to explain it to the USA Today guy also that you don't need to subscribe to everything. But the thing about cord cutting is the ability to pick and choose what you want to subscribe to. If you want anime, you can subscribe to Crunchyroll or Funimation. The list goes on and on. Wow, another person saying their credit card was not charged. There's a third. So I think I must be at like 100 people who have told me that they did not get charged this month for DirecTV Now. So I really don't know why that's happening, but that is a widespread story that pretty much I think most people did not get billed this month. Now, it's so possible they will get billed. I reached out to AT&T about this. They are very bad about replying to my stories. About 20% of the time they may respond to an email I send them. So who knows? Fingers crossed that they respond and give us some heads up on what's happening there. But you may want to check that and keep an eye on it, because some other people are saying they're getting bills of $200+ for DirecTV Now for a single month. Terry, yeah, it's very possible Comcast, they're testing out some streaming services. We'll have to keep an eye on that too. I think all streaming or cable companies are testing right now a live TV streaming service. So we'll have to wait and see. Questions, comments, let me know. I think I've answered all of them. I'm checking on all the sources. There's so many places to look nowadays. I think we're good there. Kevin says $74 a month. That's a pretty good deal right there, Kevin. Lots of people got credits applied to their DirecTV Now account for poor service. That may be why. I think that maybe some of it, but no, I don't think that's the issue here. I just think they may have a billing problem or they're giving a free month. I don't know what DirecTV Now is doing. Yeah, here's another. I got a couple more people saying I was not charged for DirecTV Now this month. I cannot explain it. Let me look at one thing. All right, yeah, I just got an email that I need to respond to. So, questions, comments, let me know. Will CBS Sports Network come to view? I don't know. It's possible. CBS Sports was on the SFN Now, which was a briefly live service that went out there and took on Sling TV and others. And unfortunately, they were not able to really survive for a long time. So we'll have to check that out You never know. They may come on to everything soon. They may not. I'm more interested to see if major MLB network will come to more services here in the next month or so. Yeah, I think that's what most people are seeing, Brian, that the date just changed on their account, but DirecTV Now didn't actually bill them. What else? Let's just think about this for a minute. What else could go wrong for AT&T? Everything that could go wrong in a live TV streaming service has gone wrong for them. I'm sure they mean well and they're working hard, but something didn't go right over there. And, I think the real failure of DirecTV Now is communication. They have done a very poor job of communicating. I literally only get about 20% of my emails responded to from their PR firm and from AT&T's own PR staff. So I think builders, a lot good about DirecTV Now, but they've had a lot of errors and they need to be better about communicating. I think a lot more people would be willing to work with them if they just said, hey, we're working on it. Here's the problem. We've identified it, whatever. This whole not responding to emails and no phone tech support and so forth is a pain in the neck. Terry, do you prefer DirecTV Now guide versus Sling TV? I'm a little indifferent on both. I think they both offer something. I like the ability to add the on-demand section better in Sling. 50-50, I think they're both good. Yeah, I guess if they're giving you a free month plus free HBO for a year, you got a lot of reason just to say, I could deal with some problems. I'm sure that's why they're doing it. Though I'm not convinced that free year is meant to happen. Otherwise, why aren't they promoting it? I don't know. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. Cannot figure out what they're doing. I'm wondering why when I subscribe to DirecTV Now, WG in America is listed, but it was taken away. I don't know why that was taken away. They also took away a lot of the Comcast sports networks. Of course, some networks just folded that they had. But no, they've never really come out and explained either why the Comcast sports networks went away or WGN went away. So hopefully that helps explain everything. Questions, comments, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. Here's the other one, BritBox. Anybody here a BritBox subscriber? That is a new streaming service on the market right now that offers all kinds of British content. Anybody subscribe to that enjoys it? And as you do that, I'm going to quickly look at fixing one thing on a story. Let's see here. Oh, joyful day. And one more thing to edit. This is what we call trying to work on the fly. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Trying to update a story as we get news. What do you think about Tableau Anywhere stick coming? I saw that at CES. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Highly recommend if you think that's a good fit for you. Tableau is a company I've been very pleased to work with. Any news about CenturyLink streaming service? They're testing that in several markets right now. Seems to be a pretty decent little streaming service if you live in a rural area. Definitely seems to be focused on more rural areas. It includes local channels. But they have said that they're considering maybe reselling either Sling or DirecTV Now and so forth, and where they'll just sell it and assumingly get some type of minor kickback instead of paying all up front for it. So we'll have to wait and watch and see what happens there. I looked at Acorn TV but never subscribed. Love good British comedy. Brian, Acorn's TV's PR staff reached out to me and they wanted everybody to know they're still around and they're not losing any of their British TV content. Mike, there's many reasons why you don't get to see locals all at once. You may get it free over the air, but if Sling wants to retransmit it, the local TV channels have won a court case many times that Those companies have to pay for that right. It used to be your cable provider would not pay for that. You wouldn't pay for it. It would just be retransmitted through satellite or in others for free. And then they realized, we want money for that. So your cable provider bars services from streaming it without paying. 2, the FCC has a lot to do with this. There are strict limitations on what you can do if you stream it. For one, you have to make sure you're careful not to allow it to stream outside of the market where they're designated to be allowed to stream. 2, you have to have a server physically located in the market where that channel is supposed to be. So you can't just, like, if it's a California station, you can't be streaming it from Georgia. You actually have to have that your server for that station sitting inside that market. So, I could go on for hours, but it's a lot more complicated than you think. As for what the channel lineup of Hulu is, we don't exactly know yet. They have not published that. We do know that Disney-owned, Fox-owned, and CBS-owned, Time Warner-owned channels will be on there. Comcast-owned ones, we're still waiting. Do you think most of the streaming services will get cloud recording? Maybe. We'll wait and see. I would almost rather just see them get better about the 72-hour rewinds. Wouldn't it be cool if you just go on demand and all the content was there? I think on demand is the way this should go. But so far, that's complicated. Other unrelated cord cutting, but does AT&T want to get rid of their Uverse TV service? Yes, there has PC Doctor. There's been multiple reports that AT&T intends to move people over to DirecTV Now and replace Uverse TV. They've dramatically ratcheted down Uverse TV, and I think they're only promoting Uverse TV really if you cannot get DirecTV Now satellite. So they're really trying to push that, and the reason for that, if they can clear off Uverse TV eats up bandwidth that they can offer. They clear that up, they can automatically offer faster speeds to you, the end user. Uverse TV works very different than DirecTV Now. So it definitely seems like they're pushing people that way. There's been reports that executives have said in 5 years they want to basically move everybody over either DirecTV satellite or DirecTV Now streaming. We'll have to wait and see. Would love to be a cord cutter, but my husband refuses to give up cable. What advice do you have in a situation where one spouse wants to be a cord cutter and the other spouse does not? I do stream from my Apple TV, though, and love it. Kathy, we can help you, but I'm going to need a little bit more information. Typically, when people don't want to be a cord cutter, they have a reason. They're worried about not getting a sport. They're worried about missing a show. The list goes on and on. If you could tell me, is there a show? Is there a show? Is there a station? Is there a sport he's worried about losing? And then we can kind of guide you in how to watch it. But that's a great post. I'll write a detailed post about that soon and kind of lay out a couple cases for different ways that you can work with somebody who doesn't want to be a cord cutter. PC Doctor, give it time. It's not going away yet. The dish isn't bad. I had DirecTV Now or DirecTV satellite and was very pleased with it. Is it your internet speed or your Wi-Fi? Because you can always upgrade your Wi-Fi to improve it if that's your fear. AT&T wants to get reverse duty up. Should I get a TiVo Bolt? Carlos, if you really like TiVo, get it. I do think TiVo, you're kind of paying a premium, especially for the Bolt service. The Romeo doesn't have the monthly fee, or you can go with a Tableau or Channel Master for a lot cheaper, to be honest with you, and get a comparable device. Though there is, the TiVo, if you're very a big fan of it, check it out. Rusty asks, what is Kodi and is it legal? Kodi is just a media player. It's no different than Windows media player you get on your PC or VLC and so forth. The thing about Kodi is you can put add-ons. So other people create software, allow you to plug it in there, little add-on programs. Many of those are not legal. And here's the rule of thumb. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If they're promising you all the TV shows, all the movies you want, all free, that's probably a sign that this isn't a legal service. So keep that in mind. That you probably are not getting a legal service if you're getting everything for free. Kathy says, research all the streaming services to see which ones have what you want to watch and go from there. And do the free trials. Yes, take advantage of the free trials. To the other Kathy who's going to try and convince her husband, sit down with him, ask him what he wants, write it all down. Cord Cutting Tech Support. There's a Facebook group called Cord Cutting Tech Support. post there what you need help finding the ability to watch, and we will do our best to point you in the right direction. Yeah, PC Doctor, if you are struggling where wired internet works but your Wi-Fi doesn't, it may be time to upgrade your Wi-Fi. Routers do die after a while, and the new AC standard is a huge improvement with streaming. So it sounds like you may want to upgrade your Wi-Fi router. I use Google Play Music All Access. Yeah, Google Play Music is not bad. If you use Google Play Music, you may want to look at YouTube Red, because I believe not only will you get commercial-free YouTube access, you'll also get YouTube or Google Play Music as part of that deal for the same price. All right, questions, comments, let me know. I will do my best to answer them. We got about 10 minutes left. And since we have 10 minutes and we still got a good crowd here, one of our bigger ones right now, if you want to support Court Cars News, so we're hiring, or we want to be, but we need to raise a little bit of money so I can afford to pay somebody to help write more articles, manage social media, the list goes on and on. Consider going to patreon.com/courtcars, patreon.com/courtcarsnews, patreon.com. You can donate through a card, debit card, credit card, or PayPal. As little as $1 a month, it really does help us. We're working hard. I got big plans. I'm going to South by Southwest this weekend. I'm going to the American Association of Broadcasters, AEB, next month in April. That's a huge conference all about TV, and there's going to be a whole cord-cutting sub-conference there. I'm going to be there to cover it. But that all costs a lot of money. I'll really appreciate it if you appreciate what we do, donate $1 at patreon.com/courtcarsnews. Wayne asks, when will Hulu announce their streaming service? I don't know, but it feels like it's getting close. Word is that they're launching 24/7 tech support next week, and that's a prelude to launching the streaming service. So it's kind of cool to hear that Hulu's going to launch phone service 24/7. Hey, DirecTV Now, phone tech support. Novel concept, but hugely helpful. So who knows, but I expect it sooner than later, within a month or two, on Hulu Live coming out to the masses. Anthony asks, what do you think of Pluto TV? Love Pluto TV. Had a great opportunity to meet the founders of Pluto TV a couple times now. What nice guys. I can just say that. They are working hard to offer a really cool core kind of service. So check out Pluto TV. They offer, it's like cable for cord cutters, all 100% free on pretty much every streaming device. Check that out. Does DirecTV Now have DVR, or will it have a DVR in the future? It does not have a DVR in DirecTV Now right now, PC Doctor. They say it's coming. Who knows when? We could be talking a year, 2 years from now. So fingers crossed. Robert has a public service announcement for everybody. Move your clocks ahead 1 hour Saturday night for Sunday morning. Don't be late for church on Sunday. God would not be happy. But yeah, anybody ever do that? Anybody ever forget to move their clocks forward and like miss church on Sunday or some other event? I think that happened once when I was like in 5th grade in my family. AT&T is having all kinds of issues. 911 service out for much of Texas for cell phone. Wow. I was not aware of that, but AT&T definitely seems to be having a bad month on everything. Brett, Pluto TV moves a lot of stuff around. They have a lot of new music channels. They did drop some. They added others. So they seem to be kind of experimenting, trying to find more and more content that people want. And I think they check like what people are watching. If they don't think enough people are watching it, they're replacing it with content they think people will watch. Or, work too. So, questions, comments. I've got about 3 more questions I'm going to try to take. What do you think of Crackle? And is it value compared to the big streaming services of PlayStation Vue and Sling? Crackle is very different than PlayStation Vue and Sling TV. It does not offer live TV. Crackle is much more like Netflix, which is an on-demand network, but of shows and movies. But it's free, so you don't have to pay for it. You just watch some ads. Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, the Jerry Seinfeld show, is excellent. They also have a very nice Jeopardy Sports, which is a sports version of Jeopardy. It's pretty cool. And they're backed by Sony, so they have pretty good selection of movies and Sony-related shows and so forth. So, yeah, I think it's pretty nice, and it's free, so, it doesn't hurt anything to try. Sling TV has DVR and beta. Signed up for DirecTV Now and got free Apple TV, but the channel guide has issues going out, so we'll switch to Sling when my 3 months is over. To do saving like $63 a month. Wow, nice to see you're saving $36 a month or $63 a month. Ugh, dyslexic moment right there. Yeah, if DirecTV Now is just not what you're doing, give the free trial of Sling and PlayStation Vue a try. So, any last questions? Otherwise, also please make sure to follow us on Twitter at CoreCarsNews and YouTube.com/CoreCarsNews. Would really appreciate the support there. So, questions, comments. This is your last opportunity. If I haven't answered it, re-ask it. What do you think of the fact that an estimated 1.7 million people cut the cord last year? I think that's low. I think that's actually a fudged number. I bet it's more closer to 2.5, at least 2 million. Reason I say it's low is because they bundle Sling TV, DirecTV Now, and others all into that. So nowadays, when DirecTV reports the numbers, they take the DirecTV Now and the DirecTV numbers and the Uverse numbers, and they kind of smush it all together, and they get the ability to kind of hide how many people are paying for the streaming service, not the traditional pay TV. So they're doing their best to hide it. Well, Lori, I'm glad you think this was a great show. I kind of feel like we've had all kinds of issues. I feel a little flustered. YouTube wasn't working. I accidentally kicked my monitor and turned it off. So, welcome to life. But I'm glad you guys appreciate it. Watching me try to figure out everything on the fly today. Which streaming services? Which service streams to have flawless viewing for you? The buffering and all that. They all do about the same, to be honest with you. If you're suffering a lot of buffering and issues, I would recommend going and try and check your Wi-Fi. If you go to Core Cars News and you type in how to fix buffering or just buffering, you'll find a post I give with a bunch of tips on how to address that. Because 90% of the time, buffering and issues are on your end. Typically related to poor Wi-Fi performance, either weak Wi-Fi performance, old router, all kinds of stuff. Wow, thank you to everybody for your support. I really appreciate it. Tim says, turn the clock back got us 1 year. Wondering why nobody was at church. You were an hour early. Did you clean, maybe do some weeding around the church for them? My dad always said that that's what he was going to do to us. Oh, we might as well just go to church early and do weeding for an hour. Do you know about Yo-Yo TV? I don't. I am sorry, Nick. I'll check it out, though, and see if it's legal or not. All right, well, I think we're going to call it. If you would like to support Core Cars News, because we're hiring, and I need your help to pay for the person, patreon.com/CoreCarsNews. Donate $1. And don't forget, we're always free. Just, maybe consider turning off your ad blocker if you use it, or randomly hitting thumbs up on videos, YouTube posts, or Facebook posts, and the heart button on Twitter. It really does help. Not just on this video, but do it on random stories you see it. Because the more people who like the story and click on the link, the more people on Facebook actually see the story. Facebook kind of blocks it if they don't think enough people are clicking on it. So that's it today. And I will be at South by Southwest this weekend. So watch for some special South by Southwest coverage this weekend. Have a good night. Have a good week. See you back here next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully YouTube will be working next week. Fingers crossed. See you there.